मनाने के उमंग उत्साह से पहुंच गए हैं। बाप दादा एक एक बच्चे को देख क्या गीत गाते जानते हो ना? वाह बच्चे वाह। आजकल बाप दादा एक बात सभी बच्चों में देखने चाहती है। जानते हो कौन सी? बाप दादा जैसे हर एक के दिल में उमंग है, लक्ष्य है कि हम बाप समान बनने वाले ही हैं। बनेंगे नहीं, बनने वाले ही हैं। तो जैसे लक्ष्य अभी बाप दादा लक्ष्य के साथ लक्ष्य भी जैसे समान बनने का लक्ष्य ऐसे ही समान बनने के लक्ष्य चाहते। अभी लक्ष्य बहुत ऊंचा है, लेकिन लक्ष्य पर विशेष अटेंशन देना है। समान जितना बड़ा लक्ष्य उतना ही बड़ा लक्ष्य। अभी कोई कोई बच्चे लक्ष्य में आना चाहते हैं, लेकिन बीच बीच में फिर भी कह देते हैं चाहते बहुत है, लेकिन तो ये लेकिन निकल जाए। आपकी चलन और चेहरा दूर से ही जितना बड़ा लक्ष्य है इतना लक्ष्य चेहरे से दिखाई दे, चलन से दिखाई दे। समझाना सभी ने समझा।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 5, Tapasya, experimenting with yoga, experiencing transformation. Tapasya means to serve with forgiveness, sharing love, giving respect, and having good wishes. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Everyone keeping well, okay? Yes, we have to remain double light. Every day in the morning, Murli, Baba says be double light so that you can fly. Today also Baba said the burden is of eye and mind. I had been really paying attention to follow and take blessings from Baba that I can remain double light. Because Baba is with us. Even Baba said, destination is high, but we always remember that Baba and we all are together on the journey. We asked Baba, no trans messenger Dadi Gulzar, that why Baba became Avyakt or why Baba left us. So Baba said, just to help you all also to become Avyakt. Right? And since then our attention had been, we had been really understanding what is to be Avyakt. There was definition of avyakt, that means nothing which is gross, whether human being or any material thing, even one's own body, just going beyond all that. When you go beyond something, then you also have to be very connected with Baba. So, yes, Baba said destination is high, but we are all together with Baba. That helps very much. Baba wants us to maintain enthusiasm. And now, because we have these points of follow Father, so Baba wants not only aim but qualifications. And I thought that it's good if we can just take one point. Even there is a lot of dharna in that. And the follow Father point is very beautiful. That how to be, truthful, have truth, authority of truth, but also be very humble, egoless, because when there is true greatness, there is no ego. So following Brahma Baba, like today Baba is saying, not only have aim to be like Baba, but have qualities or attributes. Because as much we realize what is our aim, then in a very natural way, humility is there, because we cannot achieve that aim if there is even subtle ego. I find that day by day, all of us find that we have becoming more and more humble, everyone. That is why for us, Tapasya point also is very, very powerful. And that is serve with forgiveness. Since I read, I had been thinking what Baba really means that. Because we all want to serve the way Baba wants us to serve. And when he says serve with forgiveness, means next moment, sometimes also I need to forgive myself also first, right? Before I think of others. And forgiveness here is, okay, it's past now. Let us move forward. I'm pausing in between because I'm also trying to understand, realize what really practically it means. Right? And Baba keeps saying then, share love with everyone. Share love with everyone, whatever the soul is. But it's important to share love and respect. Every Baba's child is special, valuable, serviceable. Every child has lot of beautiful qualities. I haven't seen any soul which doesn't have any specialty. They all are special. If God has chosen, there has to be specialty. There was a time in Madhuban, like very young ones came and start surrendering, right? And those days, a lot of service was happening in villages. So they will come from village with no education, but they want to serve Baba. So I remember that Avek Babdada said that one of the specialty of each one is recognition of God. There are so many scholars, saints, sages, rich people, but they don't recognize God. So one of the specialty of all Baba's children is that we recognize our Father. So that means we belong to one Father, right? And secondly, they accept purity. Everyone lives the life of purity. So that's also make us like belonging to family, one clan, because everyone is living the life of purity. And the third is that everyone wants to serve Yagya. So the soul is really from deity religion, right? That is why the soul accepted. That also especially immediately those who come and listen, oh yes, I was deity, went through the cycle and I have to again become. Baba said those who doesn't belong to deity religion, they won't get that thought. So that also is something we immediately recognize, not saying, as I said, whether they are educated, not educated, even the family, very, very, some of the young ones, they are now playing a good role. So respect is because of what? Belonging to Baba. Yes, of course, like Baba said in Murli, there are some who are seniors, those who do a lot of service. And Baba keeps saying you all should have respect for that soul. That is another point. Respect, like, value what they say, give directions you should follow. But otherwise, respect for every soul, whatever they are. So distribute love, give respect. And have constantly good wishes for everyone. That's the biggest task Baba has given us at present, that we give, share good wishes with everyone. So it's a combination of tapasya and follow Father. I sometimes wonder why Baba wants us to be equal to him. Because, in English they say gods and goddesses. For deities, they call them gods and goddesses. Now, one god is capital G, and other gods, goddesses are regular G. Right? That's the difference. But we are Baba's clan, right? We are Baba's, our last name or first name is God. Take a moment and add first name. I am goddess so and so. I am God so and so. Not God as God, supreme. But being God's child, I am also, Baba says, like Baba. So I have to believe that, right? And then Baba says, you believe, you accept, but also then have qualifications. See, once something I understand and it comes in my awareness, we keep doing it. And internally we start feeling, yes, I am inculcating qualities like Baba. But then when there are points of follow Father, then I underline what I have to do. Because as Baba is saying that greatness within the soul. And humility here is not you are subservient. But humility here is I am in my self-respect. Self-respect. I am Shiv Shakti, so I have self-respect. And once I am in self-respect, I am able to respect others. I like very much this morning's whole Murli on knowledge is new, lifestyle is new, but also I think you all over the world, everywhere, the Iron Age, the Kali Yuga is getting more and more like darker, darker, darker. And that is why when Baba said, but there is new age for you, that is Confluence age. And I really have to remind myself, I am at Confluence age. I am at Confluence age. Because the energy and the power of remembering I am Confluence age will keep us very, very fearless and not worry. Because whatever you see happening, it can create great concern, right? What will happen? How will it happen? What's the future? But if I'm in Confluence age and create that energy, I am at Confluence age, moving towards Golden age. And that is why many times Baba always says, sit in front of these pictures of Kalpa tree and world cycle. So when we look at picture of Kalpa tree, then we know that this tree is very, very old, new sapling. And we are that new sapling. So from new sapling, the trunk, and from trunk, all the branches. But also when we look at the cycle, We look at the needle, the clock is moving towards golden age, right? So look at, Baba says many times, look at cycle. So when I look at cycle, what I look at, because cycle also is shown as a clock, right? And in that clock, I know needle is moving towards golden age. And that's very, very important to keep looking at that clock. Darkest time around 12, right? Darkest. But from that moment, what is happening is dawn is coming. So there is a beautiful song that dawn is coming. So the morning begins. It quietly begins, when we sleep. It's not we are up at 12, but when we wake up, I always look and they say, no, there is light now. It's morning. So this consciousness and awareness of this time will really have lot of courage, stability, enthusiasm also. Where are we going? What are we becoming? So this energy which Baba is talking about, enthusiasm, comes from this, for me, lot from awareness of where we going. Baba said, you are going to land of peace. You are going to land of happiness. So while being in the world, while being in this iron age, this needs to be a very firm consciousness of where we are, where are we going. Then it will not create any kind of, as I said, fear or any kind of worry. So I think Brahma Baba definitely must have kept that awareness all the time. Because that is the truth, right? Now, what is truth? That where we are at. So from that truth, authority is that God has told us, right? Many people would like to shake your faith by saying, look what is happening. And sometimes it could be one's own present life. If something happened, look, you believe this, but what is happening? So I have to keep creating this very pure, powerful awareness of the time. And that is the truth, right? What is authority of truth? Authority of truth is where are we going? What's the time in clock? But for me, moving towards the dawn. Morning will begin. It's land of happiness. And Baba says how we live as Baba's children, completely in harmony with love. What will be in golden age? So keep thinking about all different points will help us to have, Baba said, attributes or qualities like our aim. It's very, very important point, no? When Baba is saying you want to be like Baba, but you have to have qualities, and your activity and your face should show those qualities of Baba. So early morning is very good time to think think of at least one quality. Of course, we can think of many. Like today, I just felt, Baba, you are one who heals everyone. You are the one who is remover of sorrow, giver of happiness. So we also have to be like Baba. Baba is ever happy, is beyond everything. But happiness also is when you appreciate, right? One sister wrote me a long email, but she was every step appreciating the help of Brahmin family, the help of Baba and drama. And when I read email, I felt so happy. I said, wow, such a attitude. At every step, seeing how Baba is present, Baba is giving, family is cooperating. And I thought, right, because and also one who wrote, she looks, all the time very content, very positive, always takes virtues from everyone. I thought because she's like that, so even her email gave me, I felt very happy. Said, well, that's how we all should be. So that's what called distribution, whether of love, whether of happiness, or any qualities, which Baba is saying we have to do. And those are our good wishes for everyone. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So before we start our Vyakti journey, I just would like you all to know that the bhakti which we will be having on 16, 17 and 18, we had announced last month, and we will be, you must have heard from your center as well, and the whole schedule, and you might have received it already, and if you're not, then we will be sending out also in Avyakti Parivar the whole schedule. And just to let you know that on those 3 days we will be following the same schedule as that bhakti in whole Avyakti Parivar. So it will be at your center and also with the Avyakti Parivar. So it's a very detailed schedule and it's very nicely put together for all the Baba's children all around the globe. And we will have Sister Shireen with us in few days, and she will guide us through the whole schedule and how we'll be doing everything. So this is just to let you all know that yes, we all will follow the whole schedule for 16, 17 and 18, the global bhakti. Om Shanti. So now let's do our Avyakti journey. Welcome to Avyakti journey, Mama's Murli, a wealth of wisdom from the one destined to be Lakshmi.
जाने क्या थी खूबियाँ माँ तुम्हारे प्यार में, माँ तुम्हारे प्यार में, पालना माँ की अमर है आज तक संसार में, आज तक संसार में, जाने क्या थी खूबियाँ।
ओम शांति। परम पूज्य और परम पिता परमात्मा को जान गए हो ना? अर्थात अपने बेहद बाप को समझ गए हो ना? आत्मा ही तो समझेंगी ना? आत्मा भी वैसे आंखों से तो नहीं देखी जा सकती है। देखी जा सकती है? नहीं। तो परमात्मा को भी तो भले से आंखों से नहीं देखते हैं, परंतु जानते हैं कि हम आत्मा, जो भी मैं आंखों से यहाँ देखी जाने वाली नहीं हूँ आत्मा, परंतु मैं जानती हूँ मैं आत्मा हूँ। आत्मा को भी तो जाना जाता है ना, तो परमात्मा को भी जाना जाता है। भले दिव्य दृष्टि से देखे भी, परंतु भला देखा ना, हाँ, फिर भी तो उसके लिए जानना पड़े कि देखी हुई चीज क्या है, का ऑक्यूपेशन, उनका पहचान तो सब फिर बुद्धि से जाननी पड़ेगी ना। जान कर करके तो बुद्धि से फिर उसे याद रखना है। तो ये सब ऐसे भी नहीं है जो दिव्य दृष्टि से देखते हैं तो वो कोई ज्योति रूप का बैठ कर करके ध्यान करने का है, ऐसा भी नहीं है। तो उनका कोई ध्यान रखने का है नहीं। ये तो बुद्धि से बाप है। जैसे बच्चे को बाप सारा दिन कोई उनका फोटो रख कर करके थोड़ी ही, या फोटो सामने ला कर करके, मानसिक भी कहीं करते हैं नहीं, मानसिक वो मूर्ति को ला कर करके मानसिक पूजा करते हैं, सारी पूजा मानसिक करते हैं, ये करते हैं। कहीं ये सब भक्ति मार्ग में तो बहुत ऐसा भी नहीं है। ये तो बाप के हैं प्रैक्टिकल, हाँ। और बाप को याद रख कर करके बाप का जो फरमान है, बाप की जो आज्ञा है, उसी को पालन करते रहना है। ये है उनका फरमान। बाकी ऐसे नहीं कहता मेरा सारा दिन तू मेरा चित्र बुद्धि में मानसिक भी रख कर करके खाली तू उसको देखते रहो ना। कहते याद रखो, मुझे याद रख, मुझे भूल ना, ऐसे ना मुझे देखते रहो। कहा भी है गीता में भी है, मन मना भव, मन को निरंतर मेरे में स्थित कर। अर्थात तो मन को स्थित माना, मन बुद्धि से तो याद में चीज आएंगी ना। बाकी ऐसे भी नहीं है तो उसका बैठ करके ध्यान कर, या उन्हें चित्र का, या वो उसके लिए तो फिर बैठना पड़े ना। अगर उसके चित्र का ही ख्याल करे तो ख्याल करने के लिए चित्र मानसिक भी या तो बैठना पड़े। नहीं, वो कहते नहीं, तो मेरा ध्यान रख, याद रख, और मैं कौन हूँ, किसकी संतान हूँ। जैसे लोक रीति में भी बाप का, खानदानी का, बाप के पोजीशन का तो ध्यान रखा जाता है नहीं। बाकी सारा दिन बाप का फोटो, चाहे मानसिक भी फोटो, घड़ी घड़ी फोटो फोटो फोटो, हाँ, उनको थोड़े बैठ कर करके देखेंगे हाँ कौन सा बाप है, बाप का ऑक्यूपेशन क्या है, बाप की पोजीशन क्या है। मैं ऐसे बाप का बच्चा हूँ और ऐसे बाप के बच्चे का क्या फर्ज है, और मुझे भी बाप को फॉलो करना है। बाप के खानदानी को, बाप के कुल को अथवा पोजीशन को कोई लग न जाए कुछ का, इसीलिए वो ख्याल रखेंगे कि हमारे कर्तव्य में कोई ऐसी बात न हो। हाँ, मेरा कर्तव्य अच्छा रहे। और अच्छा कर्तव्य भी कैसे अच्छा होता है उसका भी बाप ने बैठ कर करके समझाया है। तो ये सभी चीजें बुद्धि में रख कर करके अपने एक्शंस को ठीक रख कर करके चलना है। तो ये है बाप से याद अथवा बेहद बाप की हम संतान है, जो बुद्धि में रखने का है। तो गीता में भी पहले पहले मन मना भाव का है, फिर बीच में का, फिर एंड में का है। हाँ, 3 बार है उसमें मन मना भाव का बैठ कर करके सुनाया है। तो आखिरी में भी, पहले में भी और मध्य में, बीच में भी ये वार्निंग दी है कि बच्चे बाप को याद रख। तो है मूल बात यही है, और इसी से ही हमको बाप से बल मिलना है अपने पापों को, क्योंकि अभी तो पाप आत्मा है ना, तो उसको अभी स्वच्छ बनाना है। इसीलिए इसके याद की मदद लेनी है, तो पापों को नाश कर करके। इसलिए कहते हैं अभी यहाँ इसी से ही तुमको बल मिलेगा, इससे ही तुम्हारे कर्म भी ऊंचे रहेंगे। यहाँ भी तुम कर्म ऊंचे का बल तुमको दे, पाप का बोझा नाश होगा ना, तब अगर पाप का बोझा सिर पर होगा तो फिर तुम्हारा यहाँ भी कर्म ने वो मैल चढ़ी हुई है, मैल उतरती जाए तो तुम्हारे को भी कर्म करने का वो आवे रोशनी। इसीलिए बाप कहते हैं याद करो और अपने कर्म को भी संभलते और स्वच्छ बनाते चलो। तो ये तो मुख्य बातें बुद्धि में अच्छी तरह से रख लेने की है।
कैसे करें हम शुक्रिया हम तेरे
Om Shanti. Tomorrow is Thursday and we'll be offering book to Baba in the evening, and our schedule will remain same, and we'll have addition is Sakar English Murli from 5 to 6. So also in month of January, we have started 5 times half an hour yoga additional. So these are the timings: 8:30 to 9, 10:30 to 11, 12:30 to 1, 4:30 to 5, and 8:30 to 9 in the evening, night PM. So after the series, we'll continue until 9 o'clock. We'll go into the 4 pilgrimages and we'll do our yoga bhakti together. Om Shanti. So now I would like to invite our dear angel sister, Sister Gayatri. She will be guiding us for tomorrow's homework. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Om Shanti. I trust that your Tapasya practice of being in the combined stage of Shiv Shakti is something that you enjoyed and it was fruitful. So we will continue deepening our practices every day in Tapasya. That means we're getting deeper and deeper into the heat of the Tapasya. I want to share a little experience that I remembered of being in Madhuban. And I remember once that Avyak Bapdada asking someone the question, how close are you? And the person began thinking, how close could I be to Baba? Is it as close as the star to the moon? What could be so close? But then Baba's answer to the person was absolutely stunning. And he said to them, just as Bab and Dada are close, you are so close. Now, when I heard that many, many years ago, I was thrilled then. And I'm still thrilled today because that moment of Baba talking about closeness like him, like Bap and Dada kept coming back to me again and again every time I would practice the Shiv Shakti stage. It is quite amazing that the words of blessings spoken by Bap Dada way back then could come back with such vibrancy and could be so powerful that it could consume the soul with awesome, I call it awesome intoxication, spiritual intoxication. So I was like living in this memory of this blessing that Baba gave of being close to him, to that particular soul. And so I'm sure that everyone's soul today was consumed with various types of awesome intoxication, awesome spiritual enthusiasm from experiencing the Shiv Shakti stage with Baba. So let's move on and look at the Tapasya point for tomorrow. So tomorrow, January 6th, you've heard the Tapasya point already. Tapasya means to serve with forgiveness, sharing love, giving respect, and having good wishes. So sharing love, giving respect, and having good wishes. So what does this mean to the Tapasvi soul? What does this say to me, the one who is going to do the Tapasya? And Baba described it as the Tapasvi soul would constantly have feelings of benefit for everyone. So serving with forgiveness, that Tapasvi soul would have feelings of benefit for everyone. And with the feelings of benefit, that soul would be able to forgive as they serve. Now, Baba described that forgiveness, he says, should be used as a subtle teaching tool. And I would say it's also a subtle learning tool. So it is something, forgiveness is something that's got to be like progressively being developed in the soul as the soul serves, both at the level of learning for oneself and serving others. Because he says that this kind of forgiveness, when serving with forgiveness, is not given through words or verbal teachings, but the forgiveness is to give others blessings of good wishes, of love, and of respect. And then Baba was talking about us developing a new method of serving. So he was saying that this new method of serving with forgiveness is what is required at this time, because the old method of teaching through verbal teachings is now over. And he says, with this new method of serving with forgiveness, this is what will bring souls closer to Baba. So this was how he was talking to the Tapasya soul to practice this. And of course, we first have to take it into our Tapasya to own it and to experience it at a deeper level. So the daily practice for tomorrow, our 10 minutes every hour, we will make our Tapasya again intentional. We would take those 10 minutes every hour or as many hours as we can. We will remember we are experimenting with ekagrata, the concentration and determination. And we're also experimenting with eknami, belonging to one. So ekagrata, the concentration and determination, and eknami, belonging to one Baba. And so the awareness that we will take into our 10 minutes is exactly what the Tapasya point says. I serve with forgiveness. I serve with those feelings of benefit by sharing love, by giving respect, and by having good wishes. So with the concentration and determination, I will be in the awareness of being an instrument server and connecting to one Baba. And as an instrument server, let me experience what it means to serve with forgiveness, what it means to give respect, what it means to give good wishes. So this is what we will be practicing and experimenting with and experiencing during our 10 minutes, starting at 3:30 tomorrow morning and concluding at 9:30 p.m. And then tonight, as we do our charts from today's practice, tomorrow night, we will also be doing our chart. And so we will be capturing the realizations from our experiments in yoga. We will look to see how we're coming closer to Baba and how we're feeling equal to him, and how as an instrument, being close to Baba and being equal to Baba, I can serve with forgiveness. Because, you know, when you look at it, Baba does serve with forgiveness. When he comes into this world and see the state of our world and see the state of our souls, there must be a high level, an unlimited forgiveness that he serves with. And then, of course, we're going to be looking at the expressions of our experiences so that we could paint this image of our divine characteristics, of our divine sanskaras. And so we'll be looking for what naturally emerges out of me when I serve with forgiveness. What naturally emerges out of me when I have self-forgiveness. And then what naturally emerges out of me when I serve with forgiveness. And then I'm going to give it a creative expression. So I will be working both with my head and my heart. The head with the realizations, the heart with the creative expressions. And what is so beautiful about working with the balance of the head and the heart, you don't judge yourself. You just allow yourself to be who you are without passing judgments. And that is what is so beautiful about the chart. The chart isn't right and wrong. The chart isn't good or bad. The chart is a true expression of who you are. And so this balance would do it. So try to do both. And now let's go into Baba's room. And today we will experience Baba in his room in Athens, Greece. So let's put up the slide of Baba's going into Baba's room. And so we're going to be following Baba into Athens, Greece, into his room. And we're going to enter into the silence of Baba's room. And we're going to connect. What are we connecting to Baba to this evening? We're going to look into his eyes. We're going to take drishti from him. And we're going to look at the faith in his eyes. Because the follow Father point is actually a very interesting one. Follow Father Brahma in having faith, not just in the Father and in the Self, because Brahma Baba had faith in Shiv Baba and he had faith in himself. But what he had faith in was also the actions he performed. So we're going to be following Father Brahma in having faith, not just in the Father, Shiv Baba, and in the Self, but in whatever action he performed. Like Father Brahma, let love, authority, humility, and greatness be visible in your life. Now, why is faith in action so important? It's because sometimes when we hear all these beautiful things, we would say, oh, those are such lovely things you are saying, but it's difficult to do. And I think that this was where Brahma Baba excelled. He had faith in what Shiv Baba was saying. He had faith in himself, but nothing seemed difficult because he had faith in the actions that he did. So let's go into Baba's room and let's experience him in Athens, Greece.
Om Shanti and good night, everyone. Om Shanti. Keep Baba in our heart and mind. Om Shanti. Good night.